Hi, you guys. Welcome to Breakthrough Bliss. We have Rose in the house.
Hi
Woo,
everyone,
woo.
how are you?
So last time, you guys, we had Rose on. We had a little complication. Microphones.
I accidentally muted the mic. My bad, girl.
So we have her over here from Odyssey House, which I love Odyssey House. Like I keep telling a lot of people, if you're looking for rehab and you're looking to get your shit together, you don't know where to go, I totally recommend Odyssey House. They have great staff, just great people there, period. It's not easy, but it gets easy over time. So can you explain some of your little journey and first of all, how did you meet me? And yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, of course. So I met Jody last year at one of the houses called Lighthouse of Odyssey. We were in the program together and we just immediately hit it off. We're both rambunctious, we're both sassy, we're both very loud people. So we just kind of just got along from the start. After she had left, because she left a little bit before me, I remember that.
Yes.
Like I got out and I remember that I needed a job and she kept pushing me to find a job when I was out in sober living. So we just connected after that. Like she got her apartment, I would come over, we talk and stuff like that, and that's how we met. It was really cool actually. Like she came from LA, so like it was just really cool to find somebody who was like not your typical person in recovery. It was very like she just has no filter and I love that about her. Yeah.
So you're in Odyssey House right now.
Yes.
You've been 7 months sober. Congratulations. And
Thank
she's
you.
at a high level right now, you guys. So there's levels to, Odyssey. She's a navigator right now, which is amazing.
Thank you.
I never was able to do it, but that's cool. You have, so when I met you, when you got out of rehab, of course, we all have our ups and downs, that's part of relapse. When you relapsed, do you mind sharing a little bit about how that was and how you got to where you're at right now?
Of course. So when I relapsed, it was 3 months after I had gotten out of Odyssey. I got into sober living and I was doing good. And there was just a coworker that I had that we worked with. I would say this, like on the streets, I could pass people doing drugs and it never fazed me because they were homeless and like, not that I'm dissing homeless people. Like I've been homeless myself, but it was like, I don't want to be in your position. Yeah. So when it was somebody that we worked with, I won't say her name, but when we worked with her, it was easy to get all of a sudden. And I didn't expect that to be a trigger for me. I thought I was stronger than that. But the moment that I knew it was accessible, I didn't have to convince her to give me anything. I just had to ask her for it. I was boom, And so I relapsed and I went just really downhill from there really fast. Like, as you saw, I went from smoking one of those blue pills.
And what is the blue pills?
Those are the fentanyl pills. They call them blues. They're little fentanyl pills. But little blue fentanyl pills with the letter M on them. But
sorry, the letter M.
Little M. Well, like it has that. People need to be aware of it,
Oh, okay.
Because some people they trick people.
The blues are considered fentanyl.
Fentanyl,
right?
yes.
Okay, so
yes.
it's like heroin based.
Stronger than heroin.
Okay, so yeah, it's like heroin.
Yeah. It's just an opiate, yeah.
So I know that, you guys. I just want her to explain to you guys. Yeah. I'm not that silly, but
no, she's not. It's okay.
I never smoked it before, so I was just good. But I saw you at your downfall.
Yeah.
And I saw you a couple times on the street, and I would come up to you. You want to tell them exactly?
Yeah, no, I'm a Taurus, and I am the type of individual who can overindulge in whatever the fuck I do.
Yeah.
I've had that type of behavior all my life. If I enjoy something, or not even enjoy it, if I do something, I fucking overindulge to the maximum. So I just went downhill so fast. I remember, like I said, I went from smoking one pill to all of a sudden buying 15 right off the bat.
Wow.
I was smoking every day all of a sudden. I was fucking going down to the trail on North Temple, which is kind of like Utah's version of Skid Row. Not as intense, but like it's Utah's version.
Is that where I visit you at the park that day?
No, that was a different park. That was actually by the APNP office. Surprisingly.
Oh, okay. APNP is adult probation parole for Utah, you guys. Fun. Love you guys.
Yeah.
No, they're great though.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing is too, like when I was down that low, like in my addiction again, I was already so low. I just didn't care for people to see me that low. It was hard. And it was hard for me. Like, I went to a point where like, you're just so low in your addiction that like, I mean, just like how much lower can you get? I was sitting at a park homeless with nowhere to go. And I know that was by my own doing, by my own choices, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not victimizing myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I just got to a point, like you saw, I didn't care no more. I didn't care. I didn't care about my health. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to get high. And I didn't stem from, I don't know what it was. It wasn't like I went through anything traumatic again, you know?
Yeah.
I think that, like, for me, at least in my own head, I've said this before. I had this really twisted thing where I like to romanticize self-destruction.
Yeah.
I love to romanticize being self-destructive, destroying the peace I've created. I love to, and I romanticize it in my fucking head. To me, in my head, while I'm smoking that, I know deep down there's going to be these consequences, but in that moment, I think I'm so artsy and cool. Like, I think there's a lot of us, like a lot of us millennials, like that. Like, we think like, oh my god, I'm like Lana Del Rey right now. I'm fucking doing drugs. It's twisted, right? Like, and most people don't talk about addiction like that, but that's what it is for me. Like, it is this thing where, like, in those moments, it's fucked up and weird as it sounds. Like, I feel like it's almost like art live. Like,
when you're in the moment, right? When you're on the drugs.
Yeah.
So, at your breaking point, right? When you just had enough, can you explain to people like what that looked like? Like,
what that looked like was, I remember you had cut me off.
What do you mean by cutting off?
So I took advantage of Jody and my addiction. I would come to her apartment high. I would always ask her for money. I just became that kind of friend that, like, I didn't bring anything to the table. I just took and took and took as much as I could. And she had to set that boundary with me because it was affecting her, and understandably so. So after she cut me off, after I had been in jail for 21 days, and I got out, I remember going back to Motel 6 on North Temple in downtown Salt Lake City. And I met up with a few people. Mind you, before that, I had this whole adventure about, like, that's just a long story in itself. But I was staying in a motel with people for the night, and I had gotten, like, a good grip of money, and I had bought a bunch of pills. I had shared it with everybody. But what ended up happening was, like, you're in a motel, and it's a small space with a bunch of people on drugs. Different drugs, and you're on various drugs too. It's not just like one drug. You're on fucking meth, you're on fucking crack, you're on fentanyl, heroin.
That could be very like unsettling at the moment.
Yeah.
Like that's probably why people get a little crazy in hotel rooms, right? And get kicked out of hotel rooms. Yeah.
Well, and it is unsettling.
Was that the time when I met you and I took you to the hospital?
Yeah. Okay. Right, the day before. And it is unsettling because this is what ended up happening was I sat there trying to be in the good name, like, oh my gosh, these people are my friends. They're not your friends. They're never your friends. But, like, maybe like, oh, I'm doing a good thing. I just smoked them all out. All of a sudden, within an hour, the whole fucking atmosphere switched. It went from like being chill and cool to fucking like it was. You could just feel the tension. Like,
like people thinking that you stole something and all that stuff.
Yeah, stolen. Just more like, we don't want you here no more. Like, kind of thing. Like almost like plotting against you. And it's not even like, okay, sometimes it is a paranoia, but I could feel it, dude. And like, they'd go into the bathroom, you could feel the tension, the energy. And they became so mean. And I just remember, like, thinking to myself, like, what am I fucking doing?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with these fucking unsafe people who don't care for me. I generally don't care for them probably at that time. And I just remember thinking, like, I don't want to go through this again. Like, I said, when I got out of jail back on October 21st, I had been sober for 21 days. And I had a little bit of that clarity. So going back out and like going on immediately on a 3-day binge, it was like, holy shit. Like, I just remember being in jail, and you're in jail, it sucks. I'm not saying it's rock. I remember being in jail and like laughing with some of the inmates because like I could laugh again because I wasn't so high and numb. Good. And it felt good. Not that I was in jail. Jail sucks. But like it felt good to actually be able to laugh again, to feel safe. And I just remember thinking that in those low moments, like, what am I doing, dude? Like, this is not good. Like, I don't want to do this again. So what I did is I called Jody up. Well, first I called my mom. I went over to McDonald's on North Temple, got a meal. My mom, God bless her soul, she's so fucking sweet, paid for me to get a meal there so I could be there. And then I called Jody up and just let Jody know, I was like, I'm ready to go into detox, and I'm ready to fucking do this. I was
so proud of you then. Remember how fast I got there?
I'm
all like, hell yeah, this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. And thank God you got an Odyssey. And look how far you got so far. So she's only been there for like now 7 months, right?
A little over 7 months.
Yeah. It's
October 31st.
It's an intense program, you know? Like, it's very intense. Yeah. It saves lives, though. It does. If you want it to work, it will work.
Yeah.
And I can see a big difference in you this time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that this time around, I've done the whole, like, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, dude. Like, I'm no fucking Buddha or Gandhi. I will never be that, dude. Like, it's not my fucking style. First off, like, but like, I just mean, like, I can appreciate the fact that where I'm at because, like, I understand now what it's like to work so hard to be sober like I was last year for 6 months just to fuck up once and lose it all. I realize now how fast it all can go away truly if I decide to go back down that route. And I do not. I just turned 30 years old. Like,
you're so young.
You're
a baby. No,
I'm
just kidding. I'm a baby too, but I'm 36. But I'm just saying.
What you mean, though.
Well, I'm very proud of you. Like, you seem like you're doing beyond things. Like, it's really hard being in that program and being up to a NAV. It's really hard. Anybody out there that's like wanting to go to program, I recommend Odyssey House to max. I'm not getting paid to say this, you guys. I'm saying out of my heart. It saved my life. And if it could save my life and I was in rock bottom and it saves her life, Rose, it is saving a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean? Obviously, that program works. It's, you know what I mean? It works if you work it.
So like Maxim. So there they say that it works if you work it.
Oh, really? Oh, fuck. Yeah. Maybe stuck in my head. I don't know. I got Odyssey stuck in my head till the day I die. Odyssey.
No, it does. It saves a lot, though. I would say to anybody out there, like, if you're on the streets or if you're in a position where you generally think you have no options, Odyssey is a place where it's a nonprofit, dude. You can go in there with you can go to the missions, no fucking money, no insurance, and ask for help. Yeah. And they will get you help, dude. They will fucking get you on Medicaid. They will do what they need to do. So, and it is one of those programs where it's not, though it has a bad rep at times, it's only because it's for the people who definitely want to change. Yeah. No program's perfect. Every program has its flaws in it. I could tell you a million flaws about even a private rehab I went to back in 2017. That was super nice.
Well, I know. So I had some bad things with Odyssey too, but it's like wherever you go, there's always been bad and good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, whatever saves your life, like, you know what I mean? Like, I love to see this out of people. And I love to see change out of people because it's possible.
100%.
I mean, you just imagine, you know, you just one day just pick up a bottle or even pills and you don't think you're drugging, you're just popping pills. Hey, addiction's anything. It could be sex, like masturbating, you know? It could be all kinds of shit. It could be food. It could be drinking soda. My new habit is coffee, which I need to slow down. But anything could be, you know what I mean? You got to do things in moderation, but at the same time, it's killing you. You know what I mean? I'm glad to say that I have you in my life right now. I'm glad to see that you're alive and you're not by that bridge. Yeah, by that, dude, this girl... Okay, you don't mind if I share this?
Go ahead, please.
I brought her a sandwich and drink, and she had a towel on the ground. Mind this, a bunch of smokers, like people noodle grooving, digging through bags, looking for shit that wasn't there. But I saw a guy with a bike take it apart, add some other shit to it, like some shit that you'd see in the movies, you know, but not shit to see in the movies, not normal shit, but
some hardcore shit.
And I literally pulled up with my acquaintance. We pulled up. I gave her some food. She's like, "Look, isn't this nice?" And I was like, "No, it's not nice. This is fucked up." But we can laugh about it now, you know. But shit. But anyways, addiction is real.
Addiction is real.
You know, it doesn't choose. You know, it doesn't choose your ethnicity. It doesn't choose your guy, girl, him, her, they, whatever the fuck it may be, a tree, I don't know. But I just say it doesn't choose like who's gonna attack. Like, addiction is real. My point of view of it is different from your point of view, but we all have the same concept that you're either gonna end up in jail, institutions, or death. If you stay on drugs, don't think that, you know, you're sliding by, you haven't got a ticket, you haven't nothing, like you're gonna end up eventually getting caught up for something stupid, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad that you didn't catch any cases.
Oh, I did.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I did, for sure. I violated my probation.
Probation, but I'm glad you didn't catch any new cases, like felonies and stuff. Oh, you still have that second, you know what I mean? You got that, you know what I mean? She got that gold plate right there still.
I'm glad you didn't catch any cases. I just got like, I did.
Well, it's okay. No, but you violated. But at least you didn't go right. Like some people, they, you know, get high.
I did catch a case because I got caught in that Denny's bathroom.
Oh shit!
So that was a charge. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. See, look, it could have been worse though. This shit could have been worse. You got caught with drugs in the bathroom, right?
Yes.
Who the fuck smokes in a Denny's bathroom? It was a big bathroom, nice and comfortable.
It was
you know, when you get that when you're high, you get that big old bathroom. You think it's all yours. Fuck everybody else, but it's not fun. No. we're not glamorizing drug use. Just so you guys know, we have to laugh about this.
People laugh about it, dude. Like
it's just the stories that we do when we're high, huh?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, like
Yeah.
I don't know, just some things, you know?
I think that once you've been through the lifestyle we've lived and stuff, and like you've seen the things a lot of us addicts have seen, like it's kind of like a coping thing. You kind of do have to laugh at it. I mean, like it's the only way to save yourself from becoming like this victim almost. Like you have to be able to cope with it in a way that doesn't jeopardize your productivity. It doesn't jeopardize you from moving forward. It doesn't keep you stuck, right?
So do you feel like now that you have goals now, because I know like with, for instance, me, when I was in addiction, I didn't fucking have no goals. Now I have so many goals, so many plans.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that now? Do you think you got that breakthrough in your life that you like are just like, fuck yeah, like I can now depend on other things than just drugs. I have healthy habits now that I can do. Like there's ways to make sure that I don't relapse. Do you have those techniques, do you think?
I do. I feel like I planted some seeds right now in my life, like being on hormones again. I planted some good seeds, but I also know like the spot I'm in right now while being in rehab still, it's in the pink cloud era. I can dream of everything I want to do, but then the real test comes when I get out again.
True.
When I'm actually having to put effort into it. It's easy to sit in rehab for myself right now and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to achieve this. But then when you're out there and it's like, wait, bitch, like, but are you? But I feel like at least what I'm grateful for is the one goal I do not have is to use drugs.
That's awesome.
And that's what I'm proud of. That's the one goal I have.
That could be overwhelming for people too. That could be very overwhelming for people that are getting out of rehab. Because you get first of all, you get your phone, you get into sober living, you got these new rules, you're in this big world again, and you're like, holy shit, I don't have somebody really watching me, but I do. Yeah. And so that's the real test, actually. That's like especially when you get out of jail, or I've never been in prison, but I'm assuming you're in the one spot for a long time, and you get out, like everything could be overwhelming from people walking around, cars honking at you, you know what I mean, phones going off. Having a phone, looking at it, wondering how the fuck to use it, you know? Those could be all triggering things. But if you do take things step by step, everything will come good. You know what I mean? You just have faith that you'll be sober. And I'm really happy that you came back on my podcast today. And thank you, Odyssey House, if you are watching any of y'all's from Odyssey. Thank you for letting me have her. I appreciate it. Today was an awesome day. We had a great day today. Yes. We went out and had ice cream, went some food, went to Twilla.
She says Twilly.
I'm not from Utah, but I am now. Yeah. Today was a really good day. You know what I mean? We're gonna go to the DI and get some stuff real quick. Yeah. Go shopping, popping tags.
I think that's what's so cool about like being sober too now. It's like our friendship. Like I went from coming to your place and like for me at least, and it wasn't that you made me feel this way, but like I felt like such a burden. Not that like
I washed your clothes.
Not that she made me feel that I was a burden, but like I felt like, because you know when you're guilty, you feel guilty and high. So like now it's so nice because I come and I get to hang out and I get to be a good friend and I get to be present.
She would drop her clothes off at the table and then just leave. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wash your clothes. But I didn't think of it because I'm a mommy bear. You know what I mean? I love it. But
okay, hold on, girl. She told me to leave the clothes there. Okay,
I needed to wash them.
Yeah, they were bad.
Thank you for being on my podcast again. And thank you guys for watching. We're gonna cut it short because we're gonna go shopping before I take them home. Yeah. But thank you so much for being on my podcast.
You're welcome.
Oh, give me a hug.
Come here. I can't stand up, guys. I love you, girl.
Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe, and I will have more people on my podcast.
Thank you guys. Love you. Ciao.